Well, welcome everyone. It feels so crazy. I feel like I've lived in two different eras. Well, first of all, as a human being, of course, we question ourselves or our surrounding environments sometimes. And one of the questions that arise to my mind is, when do we discover the internet, or what is the internet? It's like a sort of air or something? Really, the non-specialist people in this topic, we don't know anything. We know nothing. Especially like when I hold my smartphone, I just questions how it works. And when I search about it, it's just some green chips or things that pop up in my screens, and I don't know anything. Even if I read it, I cannot understand it, really. One of the questions that I ask myself about it is, when do I know the internet? And I remember it very clearly. It's not very long. Well, I discovered the internet 2008. This is the first time that I used the internet on it. I remember it very clear. It was on August 2008. Our neighbor bought a modem, and he shared it with us, and because he don't want to pay the whole payment, and yeah, we accepted. It was really funny when I remember it. Actually, it was hanging between the two windows, one line for them and one line for us, sharing this internet. And because we were sharing it, it was very slow, seriously, but it was normal at that time because our computer, it was very old. It was the first computer in our home, and really it was very old and slow at the same time, so that when the internet was slow, it was normal for it. Like, we were just saying that the technology is just slow and we have to wait. It's like an oven want to cook something when we were searching about something. And yeah, it's not about that I'm very old. I'm actually now at 2018, between the age of 20 to 25. I don't want to specify, but I'm pretty young. I'm not very old, but it's crazy. It happened very late. You know, our childhood was very about playing outside, meeting people, and knowing them. If I don't meet that person, I will not know them. If you are very far from us, we would not know you. But most of the people in our island, maybe we know each other very clearly. That's why it's all about meeting people. It's like an old-fashioned lifestyle, really. I lived my childhood like that, and when the internet came out, I remember I was maybe 13 years old, and the reasons why we didn't feel that we missed something. Actually, we were not needed. And if you don't need the thing, you will not look for it or something. It's really very pretty old lifestyle. Like, the parents are working and we're just playing, going to school, doing our homework. And at that time, the schools start recommending like a report for each subject, a search or something. And we couldn't know from where we can search the information. We are not like we have a library in our home to read it. No, actually, we don't have that books, or where we have maybe stories or something. It's not about scientific things. So we were need to go to a library or person that have the internet, and they were doing a report, and we pay them. And when we buy a report or something, it was pretty expensive for us. So if we do a new report about any subject, like the atoms or the mathematic equation or something, we will keep the original report in a file, and we will take the copy. It was cheap to have a copy. And we will take the copy and give it to the teacher, so that the next year, if my brother or sister or cousin from the family need a report about same subject, or sometimes they intentionally choose topic that is similar to a report that we have in that file, so that they will take the report, take a copy of it, and change my name, and they will take it to the teacher. It's like that. That's how it's worked for certain years. And when we were doing that, it's not illegal or cheating. Actually, our teachers, they know it, and they know that we are not making it, and we are taking it from a library or something. But yeah, because it was a new recommendation, so it was normal. But the topics are changing, and some things, and we need to buy lots of reports on something, so that when the internet idea came, we were excited about it, but we were having bad ideas about it. Actually, our parents were thinking that the internet is a bad source of bad ideas, and everybody can put their ideas in your child mind or something, so that when we first connect that old computer to the internet, we put the computer in the main hall in our home, so that everybody can see what this person searching or what this person doing without knowing anything what he's doing. Actually, it was in the main hall, and every guest can say, "Oh yeah, what's that? It's amazing." And actually, because I'm the first child of my parents, I was controlling a lot of things. So when that internet came, I see the internet icon, I click it, and it's worked. And the Google things came first time, and the first word I really remember writing it was games. It was games, yes, in my language actually, because we don't know English so much. The only English words that we were knowing, like apple, ball, and cat. There's basic things that we learn at school, and it's very useless. It's a language, we have to practice it. And because nobody speaks English, so I don't know English, yeah, really. So I wrote games in my language, and colorful websites came out, and really we were clicking there and there. We don't have any idea, so we just click and play and click and play. Because it was slow, it's being a little bit boring, so we don't spend a long hours, like 2 hours, it's enough, and then I will go out and play something or do something. Not sticking to that computer too much, because it's like cooking a cake inside the oven and waiting for it. We have to use it for this report things or something, so that my father will keep pay for this internet monthly. Otherwise, he will look at it as a useless thing if we just use it for games. And I remember one time he said, "Is that useful? If you need to play, I will buy you a PlayStation. It's better than buying every month for internet." But yeah, we were using it actually, and with the time, our schools needs more projects and something, and this idea wasn't new for us to do report projects or something, search for things other than the books that we got from the school. So that's really new subjects that need to access another sources. So that's really good. And actually, I really feel that we are very late. Actually, the YouTube itself, born in 2006, and for us, we discovered the internet in 2008. It's very late, actually. And yeah, I will do another video about when I really discovered the YouTube. It took maybe couple of years. It took years till I discovered the YouTube. It's a really funny story, actually, when I know first time about YouTube and videos, and so it was really long days. The old-fashioned lifestyle, it's really good in knowing people, but to access another world, it's really interesting. Knowing another people, it's really interesting. Knowing other languages, knowing another how people live. Actually, we have a different perspective. We have different thoughts about Western world and Europe, America. We just hear about them. We don't know them. I will do another video talking about our perspectives about Western people or maybe Asian people, or Europe, about America, about Africa, India, China, and something is really. I didn't visit any country of these countries, and we were having some thoughts about their lifestyles or their thinking and their ideologies. It's really interesting.